Alright, you guys, this is episode 14, and now let's dive into it. Now, the episode starts on with Steven on Earth at Beach City, saying to himself that he has to go to a castle in Spain to see Pentlandite, where the corrupted gem is, and that's the type of quest, like what Steven had said during the end of that last episode. He then goes into the forest that's where him and Jasper were fighting and training. But he's not there for her this time. This time, a gem had walked up behind him, and she was saying, "Hello." Or, no, what would be better, that she would say, "It's you, Steven Universe." And then Steven looks at her, and it's the other purple diamond, and Steven says, "And it's you, the other purple diamond." And Purple Diamond says, "Yes, I finally get to meet you. I was thinking that you and I will be friends, and I would join your, whatever you're doing." And she said something like that, and Steven then says, well, forgive me, but I already had a best friend who was a purple diamond. And I think you have already knew about it. And then he says, well, alright, sure. You can be my friend. Just to cheer me up. And then you guys, of course, know why Steven needed Purple Diamond to be her friend and walk with him to cheer him up. So then, Purple Diamond was saying, yes, let's go. And then Purple Diamond was asking him a question. So what is this you're about to do? And then Steven says, well, I'm looking for this gem named Pentlandite, a daughter of Diamond, and I'm looking for this castle where she's at, with this corrupted gem that is guarding the castle. No, it's not a corrupted gem. It's a creature. It is an animal creature from another planet that came, some kind of dragon-like, but I didn't mean to say corrupted gem, but anyway. And then Purple Diamond saying that, well, can I help you with that? And then Steven says, well, you are a newly born gem. Are you sure you know how to do, are you sure you know how to use her, are you sure you know how to use her powers? Just in case if I didn't say this exactly, are you sure you know how to use your powers? Said Steven. And then Purple Diamond was saying, yes, I do know how to use my powers. I even know how to use this. And then she used that shadow sneak move, and then Steven was saying, oh, that old shadow sneak move that the old Purple Diamond had used. And Steven says, do you still know how to use that spear magic weapon? That spear magical weapon is what you're saying, like. And she says, yes. Watch. And then she pulls it out, and it is a spear. She pulls it out of her chest. And then Steven is amazed by it. Oh, yes, and yes, all the gemstones located to their bodies look like doppelgangers. They are just to make them look exactly like the ones that had died that Steven had known. Even Teal Diamond that Steven has hardly get to know of. So then they then walk off and Steven was then needed help by Pearl Diamond. He didn't ask her if he needs help, and then they were looking and see where is it on Earth, and then actually because well, Steven doesn't even know. They still don't know where that castle is and where she is. But Steven had asked a question to Pearl Diamond that why has she followed Steven? And Pearl Diamond says that she was forced to come here. Actually, no. I got an idea. I have an idea. She then comes by to his apartment. Or, well, I wouldn't say a house, because Brown Diamond is there, and she would get mad. But, I'm sorry, I'm thinking, but Pearl Diamond is at the, apartment, and she's sleeping by with Steven, and they take care of themselves, and Steven goes to sleep, but then he heard some noises outside, and Steven still doesn't know why Pearl Diamond has come here. Like, you guys, I know you guys are thinking that she got kicked out by some others that were, by probably the diamonds, because she is like an angry diamond, but that's not true, alright? But the gems, what I'm talking about, they make noises, and Steven sees shadows of them, but actually no. Before that, he was saying that to Pearl Diamond that, I thought, what are you doing over there? And then Pearl Diamond saying, I didn't do anything. And then he sees the shadows and the gems, and then when he sees the gems, he sees that they're making messes in the kitchen, and he also sees the gems, he also sees the gems that have been messing with his bed cushions, and even messing with Pearl Diamond's bed, and then outside, and then when he went outside the apartment, he then is surprised to see all the gems outside. He sees all the gems outside of where they're playing at, and he gets angry because they're on his property. Actually, no, it's just a house where Steven and Connie would go to, but Connie's just somewhere else on a vacation. She's still busy fighting. But what I'm saying, it makes more sense to him being in his house rather than the apartment, because I don't know why I decide that. Anyway. He gets angry, and then everyone stops. Everyone stops doing what they're doing outside, and then it tells everyone to leave, but they do not want to. And then Pearl Diamond steps outside with Steven to see what is going on, and she is surprised about that as well. Steven then looks at Pearl Diamond, and he wonders that, did you lead all these gems here, and that's why you came here on Earth? I mean, said Steven. I mean, I already said that. Steven said to Pearl Diamond, and then Pearl Diamond said, no. Pearl Diamond says like this, Don't look at me, I didn't invite them. And then one of the gens were saying, well, gosh, no one invited us. And then Steven said, what? And then one of the gens saying, we're forced to come here. And then Steven said, by who? And then one of them saying that a Ruby, she think that we gems are no fit for her kingdom, and we got kicked out by her. And then Steven was saying, all right, who knows where this Ruby is? And then Merlin was saying, oh, I do, I know where she is. And then Steven saying, does anyone else know where to find her? Anyone at all? Anyone? As they were trying to point out, and they don't know. It's like, and then Pearl Diamond saying, oh no, pick me! Oh no, I know. Me. And then Steven said, okay, fine. Attention all foreign gems. Do not get comfortable. Your welcome is officially worn out. In fact, I'm gonna see this Ruby right now. Get you all off my land and back where you came from. And everyone started cheering. And then Steve, as they were camping, they were giving Steven a necklace or flowers, and then he looks at Steven, points at her, and he says, you. And Pearl Diamond made a face, is surprised to Steven, and then he says, you're coming with me. As he was pointing his finger at himself, and then Pearl Diamond was saying that yes, Steven and Pearl Diamond on a quest in a World City adventure. I love it. And then they were following, and they were walking to each other, and Steven had to go and find a map of this. I don't know about map, but I think Pearl Diamond did help him with the map, but she was helping him. So then, we get a scene where one of, Army, who is Army Ruby, Lucky Ruby, and Navy Ruby, all working in a kingdom. And this new lord, Doc Ruby, she shows up with her new outfit and her new, she's known as, I wouldn't say lord, but she is like a soldier, like Oliver Cromwell, Lord Shen, all that stuff. But she walks in like Lord Farquaad. And yes, she is a reference to Lord Farquaad. Most of this stuff, yes, is reference to Shrek. And yes, all the stuff is mostly going to be about Shrek in this other half of season. Just to let you guys know about that. Well, of course you guys know about that. But anyway, she walks in, and one of the guards, one of the Hort soldiers, were because they didn't see her. And they didn't move their weapons, because she's not tall for them to move their weapons out of the way, but she expected them to do it, and they moved it, and then she went inside her room where the rubies are at, and a gem is being tortured by all the rubies. Actually, what I mean is all the rubies except for Doc. Well, actually, Doc is. And let's see. let's see what, oh, I know. Lonely Pearl. Lonely Pearl gets tortured, and once she is being, like, being interrogated by one of the rubies, um, I mean, yeah, mostly Doc. I think, yeah, Doc is the one, and Doc. I mean, no, what Army is what I meant, and Doc is saying that's enough. She is ready to talk. Some I don't know whatever Laura Farquaad was saying, and then she was laughing, and then she was saying, "You are monster rubies," and then she's saying, "We're not monster rubies. Here you are." I mean, she's saying you are, and then she was saying that you and other gems have been breaking one of my most perfect rules, or breaking one of my rules in my perfect world, or my perfect kingdom, something like that. And she's saying, "Now tell me, where are the other pearls?" And then Pearl just refused to answer. She's like, "I will never tell you." And then Doc was saying, "I try to be fair to you, Gems. Now my patience have reached to tell me, or I will, or has reached to its end." I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I think reach to tell me is what Laura Farquhar was saying, and she was saying, "Now tell me, or I'll," and she's saying, "No, not my gem, not my precious gem," and she's saying, "Okay then." Alright, actually, no, she's saying, "Tell me, where are the diamonds?" And she wouldn't listen. And that's actually would make more sense. And she's saying, "Okay, I'll tell you. Do you know the other teal diamond?" The other teal diamond?" said Doc. And then, I don't know why I'm saying said Doc, because you guys know what they're saying, like the Shrek thing, like you know who's saying it. And then Lonely Pearl was saying, "The other teal diamond." Well, I automatically I can't help it when I say what the character said, like you know what I'm saying. And then this quote, "Yes, I know the other teal diamond." Uh, and then she says, who is roaming around other planets now?" And then she's saying, "Well, she's she's um friends with another diamond, or well, she's friends with another purple diamond." Another purple diamond? Another purple diamond! Oh, another purple diamond! Okay, that's better. And she's friends with another purple diamond. And then one of the gems that work with her is saying, "My um Doc, we found her. My general, we found her." And then she's saying, "Well, what are you waiting for? Bring her in." And then, I don't know why I keep saying round, and like, every time I make those sounds in the end, I can't help it. Like that, right there, I can't help it. I guess also, because I'm shy, and I'm trying to keep myself company, and that way I can make the words better. But I just do that because I'm shy, alright? But I'm trying to not to do that for the rest of the episode. Even if I do, I just do that automatically. I cannot help it still. Anyway, even I probably just did it now. Uh, they bring in the gem that, they bring in one of the sapphires. Uh, predicting the future, or No, what makes more sense is Albertine Pearl coming in, and she is like, she shows up and he's like, she Eyeball was like, no, not Eyeball, she's dead. Dog was like saying, well, Albertine Pearl, or she's just, or no, how about this? The Rubies and everyone else that works with Dog were like, and I don't know why I don't know why I said again. Like then Lonely Pearl was saying, oh, and then uh nah, it would make more sense if they had a Sapphire in. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Doc was then saying a Sapphire. Or just say Sapphire to make it more sense. And then Lonely Pearl was saying, don't tell her anything. Or no. Yeah. And then Doc had enough of her and just drop the lever and make her drop down in the dungeon. And she's saying, no! And then Doc was saying, evening. Sapphire, Sapphire. With me now. Is this not the most perfect planet of them all? And then she's saying, or is this not the most perfect colony of them all? And Sapphire was saying, well, technically you're not a ruler. And then, Doc was saying, army. And it, like, commands her to do something. And then she does it for her. And then Doc goes back, looking back at Sapphire, she's saying, you were saying? And then Sapphire was saying, well, what I mean is that you're not a ruler yet. But you can become one. All you have to do is marry a gem. And then Doc said, go on. And then Sapphire saying, so, just sit back and relax, my general, or something like that. I don't know, she can be a general, I don't know, like, yeah, general, it makes sense. And then Sapphire was saying, because it's time for you, for today's eligible bachelorettes, and here they are. So Sapphire was saying, bachelorette number 1 is a yellow pearl from Homeworld. She used to, she likes to record radios and film live streams. Something like that. And then she says, she's friends with Blue Pearl, and they used to serve their own diamond. Actually, she could say pearl, or just a gem. Like, Bachelor number 1 is a gem from Homeworld. Yeah, that makes sense. And then she's saying, please welcome Yellow Pearl. And then her men just, no, not men, her women clap. And then Doc is impressed by this. She looks around and she's shaking her head, yes. And then, I gotta think of another one. Let's see who could be Bachelorette number 2. I'm gonna pause this video and think of an idea, and then pause it, and I'll say what I think that Sapphire would say. Alright, here's another idea, and this hint is like when the Magic Mirror was saying, like, the land of fancy, I was thinking of maybe the planet that Blue Heavy Morphite and Kunzite were at. They were at the fancy planet where everything was rich and are like limousines and the uh casinos. Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking of. What was that gem I'm thinking of again? Hang on. I gotta think of a gem. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember. Okay, I'll try to figure it out when I get to the quotes. Sapphire was saying Bachelorette number 2 is a long gown gem from a land from the from the from the planet called Fancy. From the planet Fancy. Although she's into being rich, of earning coins from rich places and the casino, she's not easy. Just kiss her, just kiss her good-looking lips and find out where the good luxury place she is, or good luxury rich place she is. Um, hmm. Okay, and now I know. Sapphire would say, please, give it up for Jadeite. Or Jade, I think it's just Jade. But please, give it up for Jade. Just in case if that, I think it is an actual word, just in case. But even if it is, like, and she might say both of them, one of them either way. Like she would say Jadeite anyway, or just Jade, even when the Jadeite's name is real. But it all depends on the common name for the gems. I would say, as of now, I would think Jade. But even when I think as of now, that doesn't mean she will would have never said it. She still said one of the two names, and then Sapphire is saying that, and last but sever not least, and last but certainly not least, Bachelorette number 3 is a gem and a castle guarded by a creature, whatever creature it is, a dragon-like creature, and then they got scared by it. Doc got scared by it, just putting her hand out of the way, like what Lord Farquaad would move his hand like with lava and stuff, and then Sapphire saying, "But don't let that monster bother you." Um, she's loaded with gold. She's loaded with golden design, golden details, and fabric. Or she's loaded with fabrics covered in with gold. She is, or maybe covered in a dress with gold, wearing a dress with gold, something like that, and. And then the mayor would say those for the rescuing, something like that. I would say Sapphire said something like those for rescuing Pentlandite. And then as yes, I think they would collab after the reveal of the second gem and the reveal of the third gem at what I just talked about. And then Sapphire had said, "So what will it be? Bachelorette number 1, Bachelorette number 2, or Bachelorette number 3?" And And then I didn't mean to say men if I did again. The the woman, here we go, we're saying to Doc, number three, and then Doc say pick one, pick, and something like that, and she was saying it like Lord Farquaad did, like even when I didn't do it right, and then Army was saying three, pick number three, my general, or something like that. And I don't think general would sound good by saying my general or something like that. I don't know. Whatever she is, she's some kind of leader. Oh, my leader might be Will. Like, three, pick number three, my leader. Said Army. And then Eyeball was saying, okay, number three. And then Sapphire was saying, Leader Doc, you've chosen Pentlandite. And then everybody just cheers in the room. And then Doc saying, Pentlandite, she's perfect. And then Eyeball was saying, now all I have to do is find someone to rescue her for me. Since I'm not well doing it. Someone, no, not... Lord Farquaad didn't say it mostly like that, but that's what Doc would do. Like, maybe she had said it exactly like Lord Farquaad, or maybe not. I don't know. But she said one of them. But while she was talking, Sapphire was then saying, I'm pretty sure there's a little thing that she has. And then as Sapphire was talking in her mid sentence, it's another Sapphire. It's a random Sapphire. Just to let you guys know, just in case some of you guys didn't know. And then after Sapphire was explaining, well, in mid sentence, or maybe not, Dot was saying, "I'll do it," and then she interrupts her. Sorry, I don't know why I was saying him. She interrupts Doc, saying, "Yes, but you must not." And while she was trying to talk, Doc was then saying, "Silence! I will make this Pentlandite my queen." Or ally, whatever. I think, yeah, because we gotta do a little bit more things different than Shrek, like, because this is another dimension. We gotta think of things different, and that way we don't have to mostly copy. Like, I mean, I am mostly copying the ideas of Shrek, but it's something similar to that. Like different words that mean the same thing, and even different words that don't mean the same thing at all. And then Doc was saying, "In my planet," or what the name of the planet, she was saying, "will finally have the perfect ruler, or the perfect empire, the perfect emperor," and then she was saying, "Captain, assemble your finest rubies. We're going to have a tournament." And then she smirks, and then that ends the episode. So now you see why this is a little bit longer episode, that I do a lot of these references, like what I did to. Oh my god, that's also on episode 14, when the episode when Purple Diamond was killed. The first Purple Diamond, and then and now on this episode, now on this 14th episode, that I've been doing the same thing. And now, to be continued with the next episode. So, bye.